Hi everyone, I hope that you're all doing well. Welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie, for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general collective message. It's intended for whoever needs it. I do channel multiple different messages throughout the reading, so take what resonates with you in your particular situation and drop what does not. As always, if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, the link to my website is down below in the description box. Alrighty, y'all, let's get into today's message. While I was pre-shuffling, what was coming out in the cards is this old, irrelevant energy that's trying to make itself relevant again. I feel like this is somebody here that you've recently cut ties with, and when I say recently, probably in the past couple of months. This is somebody here who probably, they laughed about it at first. They were like, yeah, whatever. Collective doesn't want to talk to me, whatever, right? Like they acted like they didn't care. But what's happening now, or what it's feeling like in this energy, is somebody here wants to be relevant again because things are not falling into place how they wanted it to. And that's because they see that you're doing well, fine and dandy without them. And you guys are at this point in your time because of the recent choices and the decisions that you've made. You've broken old cycles, you've broken old patterns. You're in this point here where you are getting ready to essentially shift timelines. So that's what this energy wants to do. I feel like it's more like an energy as if more of a specific person. It could be the energy working through that person, depending on what they open themselves up to. But it's this energy here that wants to pull you right back down to where you were before. They don't like the fact that you're going to be shifting timelines. And it almost feels like this is their last hurrah, their last chance before you fully go through that doorway. So be persistent, continue to be bold, continue to be courageous, and don't give in. Okay? You are at the precipice of finishing going through that doorway and that door being slammed behind you. Alrighty, so let's get into today's message. We're going to begin with some angel numbers. Universe, please give us some angel numbers for the collective, please. Okay. We have 1112. You're in energetic alignment. Call it in. We have 1117. You're a seeker. Dive deeper. And 2727. Spiritual depth. Trust in divine mystery. So what's taking place right now, you're not able to fully see how this is all in your highest good. And I definitely feel like it has to do with that irrelevant energy here, because you're in energetic alignment for something here that you've called in. Something here about you've been seeking some kind of truth. And you also need to dive deeper at this time. We have 1212, divine alignment, ascension, and keep your vibration high. Absolutely. You're not meant to know everything that's taking place at this time. I feel like the answers are going to be coming within you that you need in this to help you through this next moment. Continue to trust in your intuition. Like I said, you've made it this far. You're in alignment with what it is that you have been trying to attract. And there is depth to what is going on here. It's something here about you're not able to access the bigger picture at this time. Things are purposely looking a little bit muddy. You might be feeling even a little bit anxious at this time. But the universe, and especially the angels right now, are trying to remind you that what is going down, what is taking place, needs to happen for the highest good of everybody involved. So what I'm feeling with that as well is like maybe you might feel at fault. Because maybe this has to do with a recent decision that you've made. Maybe you've had to stand firm in your boundaries. You had to say no in some kind of capacity, and maybe it rubbed somebody the wrong way. Because maybe in the past, you were always a yes person, or you were a people pleasing person, or you were just in a better position at the time to help this person out. It's not your fault. You did not cause this. Just because you had your focus on your highest good. If I'm making any sense right now. If you guys are following me. We also have 88, infinite flow. Embrace your soul's abundance. It's time for you to embrace your soul's abundance, right? Sometimes I'm feeling just with that anxiety, though. It's that energy of that last hurrah, like I said, of wanting to pull you back down to where you were. Keep your vibration high. Keep your vibration high. You're at the point of you are ascending. You are accessing a different level. Universe. What is going on here? What is going on? Five of Swords reversed and Temperance. So something here is being reconciled. Something here is being alchemized. Temperance in the reverse and the Knight of Swords. Somebody doesn't want this to be alchemized. They don't want something to change. They don't want something to change. And maybe that's part of this message. There's somebody here who's probably become irrelevant at this point for their refusal to change. Okay. Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Moon, the High Priestess reversed, and the Page of Wands. Somebody here ran into something without thinking with that Knight of Pentacles in their reversed. Somebody here's under some kind of false impression, some kind of illusion. They rushed into something, or they didn't plan accordingly. Somebody did not plan something outright. They've been rushing something, skipping steps with that Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, moving quickly, not watching where they're going. Strong Cancer and Aquarius energy here. Sagittarius as well. The Hanged Man reversed. It's all because you're no longer falling for the same things that you used to. Your belief systems have changed. Maybe it could just be the belief that you have in yourself. The High Priestess in the reverse. This is somebody here who needs constant attention, constant validation. This is somebody who cannot sit with themselves. Somebody here is a little bit of a shit talker, a little bit of a gossiper, right? This is somebody here who... There really is no true loyalty. It's the kind of person that will get with a group of friends, and if everyone's like ganging up on one person, they'll join in just to make themselves feel better. You know what I mean? To feel like they're a part of something. We have this Page of Wands. This is news. This is news coming in. Pages are definitely messengers. Somebody here is delivering some kind of news or delivering a message about some kind of action that will be taken, or this could be news being received because of a plan that somebody put into action that they didn't really think clearly. The Fool reversed. Somebody here is being foolish, repeating some kind of a cycle. The Hanged Man, Eight of Pentacles reversed. Somebody here has not been putting in any work or any effort into something. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Meanwhile, you've been putting in work towards protecting your peace. Yeah, the Magician. Somebody here is unwilling to move on. They don't like the fact that you're manifesting something right now. So they're trying to create some kind of illusion by being reckless, maybe a little bit impulsive. This is somebody who doesn't know any better. They don't even know themselves. They're not able to sit with themselves. Whatever's going on, it's more of a reflection on this person than it is on you. And maybe that's why there's this level of wanting you to feel like something here is your fault. You are not responsible for how people feel. That's their responsibility. I just want to make that note. Continue to manifest. You have all the tools at your disposal at this time. You have love by your side. You have hard work by your side. You have passion. And you have truth. Six of Swords reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Pentacles reversed, Page of Swords reversed, and the Page of Pentacles. Look at all this. It's getting in the way of you receiving something here. And this is just somebody here who doesn't want you to move on. They don't want you to choose peace. They want to feel like they're the winner. I don't know what they think they're trying to win. 10 of Pentacles reversed and the 9 of Pentacles reversed. This is somebody here who wants some kind of easy way out. You know, 9 of Pentacles reversed is somebody who is extremely codependent. Very needy, very selfish. This is somebody here who cannot take care of themselves. 10 of Pentacles reversed. This definitely could be somebody here in your family who maybe doesn't respect you. With that 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, they're not loyal. They're not in it for the long haul. They like whatever connection that they have with you. Whatever that connection is. And this is somebody here that's trying to talk you out of your manifestations here. They're trying to talk you out of it. Or that's what they're trying to put out into the universe. Is that they don't want you to get something here. 6 of Cups reversed. Somebody here is not... It's something here to do with the past. It's like somebody is trying to drag you back into the past with them. Universe, tell us more. It honestly feels like somebody here is... I don't know if they're crashing out or about to crash out, but that's what it feels like. 10 of Swords reversed and the 6 of Cups. Somebody was definitely in their ego. They were definitely misguided. Somebody is refusing to drop something. They're refusing to let go of the past. It's like somebody here is like hyper fixated on an old dynamic that it honestly feels like some people were forced into. 6 of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. See, somebody here has been trying to tip the scales in their favor. They've also didn't want you to receive what is yours. So somebody could have purposely been doing this or doing whatever, like this irrelevant energy, trying to pull you back down into your lower self, all so that you don't receive what you're meant to receive. So it's like somebody is trying to talk you out of your blessings. They've been trying to talk you out of this timeline shift. They've been trying to talk you out of rising. But you're in energetic alignment. You've definitely cut somebody here recently out of your life, and they really want to find a way back in. This could be a karmic cycle or a karmic pattern that you may have repeated with this individual. And for others of you, it could just be that, that same type of energy that you have been dealing with. It honestly feels like somebody here is a little bit aggressive. Because this Page of Wands, this could be a little bit of aggressive energy, especially coupled with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Like, somebody here did something without thinking, like, this lady is like, or man, this person here is like, left without shoes. They didn't have protection on, right? Because you wear shoes to protect your feet when you go out. right? That's why some people wear steel-toe boots when they work, like construction people, so they don't accidentally shoot themselves in the foot. Either way, there's a positive shift that is happening here. This is fate. This is a destined fate of event. The wheel is turning here in your favor because you're not allowing somebody to drag you back down. You're also not feeding into the negativity. Whoever I'm speaking with, I feel like you had to find your chill pill button and that you've been constantly pressing it. Because I definitely feel like somebody has been trying to get you to be out of character. Some of you guys could be a high priestess upright, but somebody here has been trying to, again, with this Ace of Swords in the reverse. They've been trying to, like, discredit you. But I feel like whatever's going down, somebody here is only... They're only exposing themselves as the high priestess in the reverse, as somebody here who is a follower. Somebody here who says all of the right things at the right time, but their actions, whatever they do behind the scenes, doesn't match up with the person that they're trying to project. It's honestly giving me the energy of somebody here that's... I don't know, because you see the 3 different looks on this person's face. Like, somebody here seems a little confused. Like, they're at odds and at war with themselves, but yet somehow been trying to make it everybody else's problem. Like, this is really strange. And you know what this has to do with? It's because you're getting into that new timeline here. And something here about that new timeline probably negates the timeline that they are in. Right? It's like when two realities come clashing. People are trying to sort out and figure out what is the truth. That's why there's been some kind of spiritual depth and spiritual mystery here. Don't allow the energy to weigh you down. Somebody here is having a really difficult time understanding that something is over. 7 of Wands. They're trying to... again, with this constant battle of trying to take something from you because they feel like you don't deserve it. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Right? This is somebody here who feels like they're left out in the cold. So it's like now they feel left out in the cold, but when they had an ample chance to try and fix or correct the situation, right? When you stopped talking to them, however long ago it was, when you cut this person out, they had a moment, but something, it went to their head. Or they took it right to their ego and was like, yeah, whatever. I don't need them. They were never good to me anyway. They never gave me any, you know what I mean? They never gave me anything. They never helped me out when I needed it, whatever. And maybe they were like, this will be the best thing for me. But now they're trying to weasel their way back in some kind of way, and you, being you, kept that boundary up. So it's kind of giving the energy of like, oh, let me come back around and see if I can, manipulate them again. Let me see if I can storm their castle. This has something to do with you being... They took your kindness for weakness. Universe, tell us more. You need to dive deeper. Because... if this person is... If you know them to shit-talk other people or to gossip and talk about other people, you better be sure that they're capable and probably doing the same thing about you. This is somebody here who only cares about attention and how they're perceived via that attention. This is somebody here who likes to constantly remain the life of the party. 3 of Swords reverse. And this is somebody here who's not afraid to work with other people to backstab you and betray you, even if it means lying on you. Lying on your name. Lying about what happened. Lying about whose fault it was. right? And sometimes that lying starts with oneself when you don't want to believe their own truth. There's a lack of accountability here with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody here who feels like they never do any harm. They're just like, whatever, that's just who I am. I mean, I understand there are certain personality traits that cannot be changed, but it comes to a point where one has to ask, am I the problem? It's called introspection. I don't feel like somebody here is capable of introspection. They're not. With the High Priestess reverse, because the High Priestess upright is somebody who, like I said, can sit with themselves alone. They sit with themselves and they sit with the universe. Universe, tell us more, please. Six of Wands reversed and the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody thought that something here was going to be so easy. Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, upright. Somebody's realizing that all of that work and effort that they put in to try and win has only gotten them nowhere. Six of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Swords reversed, and Death reversed. The Chariot reversed. Somebody's unwillingness to let something go and to drop something. This is somebody who doesn't feel like you deserve anything. This is a cold-hearted individual here. Something here is being put to a stop with the Chariot reversed, and you're receiving some kind of blessing. The news is already on its way with this Page of Swords. That you're receiving a prosperous, golden opportunity here with this Ace of Pentacles. Something solid for you to stand on. And maybe something here is being taken away with this Six of Pentacles reversed. Something here is being taken away for somebody's refusal to let something go, to change, to transform some kind of situation here. This is somebody here who's just been trying to, like I said, with this Eight of Swords reverse, it's like try to put you back in some kind of cage. It's like people want you caged. Because if you're not serving them, if you're not helping them, if you're not focusing on them, if you're not doing for them, then there's no point. This is very strange energy. How, like, somebody wants to try and keep you boxed? They've attempted to storm your castle multiple different times. And maybe sometimes they were able to get away with it by talking you out of your blessings, by talking you out of your spot. With this Eight of Swords, this talks about a mental prison. And maybe, again, this had to do with your kindness in some kind of way. Like, oh, you know, I feel bad for them. They're just struggling. They're going through a hard time. Oh, even if it is somebody here with some kind of substance abuse issue and stuff, like maybe you were still giving in some kind of capacity because you know that somebody here has been struggling, right? You see the bigger picture. But trust in this divine mystery. Maybe somebody here has overstepped that kindness. I also feel like you were kind and trying to help this person out, even though you were still hurting, even though you probably had less than. So now you got to the point where you're like, all right, I can't keep helping everybody else because now I'm at this point where I need to help myself. And somebody is crashing out because you're not coming to their rescue anymore, even though they should have already known because they celebrated the fact that you left them. All right, and they even probably ran to everybody else and talked all this shit. about you, saying how, I don't know, maybe they're trying to say that you were a dumbass or you were stupid. I don't need them anyway. I was only using them in the first place. But yet, why are they? I thought that one was reversed. But then again, why are they still wanting to restorm your castle months later? This is somebody here who honestly feels like they wait for situations to blow over, to die down, before they try to come back in, right? With that whole, like, that whole, like, puppy dog look type of energy. Like, oh, hi, it's just me. I'm going through a tough time. Da-da-da. You know what I mean? It's like, somebody here could have multiple different personalities. Maybe whenever you approach this person, you never know what side of them you're going to get. Am I going to get the wounded side? Am I going to get the hateful, revengeful, vengeful side? Or am I going to get, the good side? If this person even has a good side. Universe, tell us more. We have complacency. Complacency and impatience. And self-worth. This is the energy here of somebody here who's just sitting around, knowing that things are dying around them, but not doing anything to help themselves or help the situation out. Somebody here has definitely been extremely complacent and impatient here. Maybe they're impatient with the fact that you're establishing your self-worth and that you're headed towards your destiny. For some of you guys could be actively in your North Node or taking strides towards your North Node. Meanwhile, somebody here has just been complacent in their life, expecting a handout, expecting a savior to come in and rescue them. This is definitely somebody here who has a chip on their shoulder that they're unwilling to dust off. And I feel like that chip is becoming a boulder. Universe, tell us more. It's like they don't want things to come true for you because things are falling apart for them. I don't even think you talk to this person anymore, but it's like, maybe they see that you're doing well or that you're on the up and up in some kind of way, that you're receiving a divine miracle, that you're timeline jumping, you're in energetic alignment with what it is that you have been manifesting. A miracle is taking place here. You're being asked to not get involved in any particular way. Don't even show your face. Don't even look out the window. Don't even try to listen in on what's going on. It has nothing to do with you. Even though the other person may make it feel like has something to do with you, it doesn't really have to do with you. It has to do with them and their own complacency, their own unwillingness to put in the work and save themselves. We have service here at the bottom of the deck, along with rejection. Maybe you rejected somebody here from being their caretaker. And maybe this is somebody here who's ample body. Somebody here who's just dissipating, just wasting their life. Not taking any active steps or any active roles here. Maybe you might have rejected this person and you're like, you know what? I understand that people struggle. I understand that people go through darkness. But this is somebody here who they don't want to find a way out of it. They don't. They would just rather ignore it. Whatever. So things might be a little thick in the environment around y'all collective, but you're fine. You're protected. Oh, I just split that deck and it said talking shit. Let people talk shit. You know, one of my favorite sayings, I forgot where I heard this, but it goes, it's similar to this right now. If you have a problem with me, text me. And if you don't have my number, then you don't know me well enough. Universe, text us more. We have concern in the reverse. You don't have to be concerned at this time. You do not have to be concerned about this miracle that's unfolding. Somebody here is in bad health. Could be bad mental health, bad physical health, bad spiritual health. Maybe it's all three. Somebody is realizing that they're not receiving a gift, and that gift is to try and make you feel like you're in despair and in poverty. That's the contract that they wanted for you. That's what they wanted you binded to with that marriage card. Universe, tell us more. You don't have to be concerned about somebody else's complacency. Somebody's going through a major ego death, and they're trying to pull down as many people as they can with them. This is like an angel that has fallen. Or, like, I just heard this angel has been fallen forever. It's a fallen angel that's still falling. Universe, tell us more. Somebody here thought that they could take matters into their own hands. That Knight of Pentacles is definitely somebody here who does shady dealings. Maybe somebody here is maybe they're getting caught up in something else that's going on the outside, unbeknownst to everybody else. But in order for them to channel that energy, they try to find a scapegoat or scapegoats. Great fortune in the reverse. Somebody here is headed for a loss. They thought they were going to be receiving some kind of great fortune. Now somebody here is all in their thoughts because a main female who is not a main... Wow, sudden wealth, thief in reverse, and imprisonment? Somebody here could be getting ready to be imprisoned. Physically, spiritually, mentally. Somebody here is receiving sudden wealth. Maybe they don't think that you deserve this. Sorry, that was right behind that one. This could be a karmic individual who's been trying to take something from you. Some kind of blessing, some kind of sudden wealth. They thought that they were going to be receiving the great fortune. We did have that Ten of Pentacles early in the reverse. I wonder if this has to do with some kind of an inheritance, a will, some kind of legal documents. Somebody here was actively trying to stop you from ascending, from stepping into your dreams, from making your goals a reality. Universe, give us one more. Universe, give us one more, please. Yeah, living room and a message. Somebody here is going to be receiving a message here. Something is not what they thought that it was. Main female in the reverse and thoughts, along with sudden wealth. So we have a karmic individual here who is upset that you won't let them back into their life to take care of them. However this person is to you, this person could be a family member, a friend, an old workplace, whatever, an old acquaintance, I don't know. Somebody's upset that you're receiving some kind of sudden wealth here because you no longer want to deal with them and their bullshit. Them repeating the same thing over and over again. And this is somebody here who knows how to apply pressure is what it feels like. This is somebody here who never wants to admit fault and wants other people to come to them. This is somebody here who definitely knows how to weaponize words. But there is some kind of news, there's some kind of message that's coming in, and it could be a message about a loss. Somebody here is at a loss, and you don't have to be concerned about this. Somebody here could have been actively even been trying to get you removed or have you ostracized. from the group in some kind of way. But I feel like, again, you don't have to be concerned. Your name is being cleared. The truth is being revealed. Somebody's true colors are being shown at this time with that moon card. Whatever mask they've been wearing, it slowly has been cracking. I'm probably going to sage after this reading. I don't like this energy. This feels like something I personally dealt with years ago. Just know that Divine is on your side. Things might look a little foggy right now, and that's because I feel like if you truly knew what was going to go down, the universe knows how kind your heart is, and you would still want to be like, but no, you know, it doesn't need to be that bad. You know what I mean? That kindness would still come out of you. That compassion would still come out of you. Like, I know you want to keep this person away from you, but not with what's about to happen, is what it feels like. Because I feel like what's about to happen is, I don't wish that upon anybody, is all I'm going to say. It's like somebody's nightmares are coming true. And it's whoever this karmic individual is. Like, their nightmares are coming true. And they want to do their best to haunt as many people as they can. Before they have to go. And I don't know where they're going. Some of them could be going to prison. Some of them could be locked up in a mental institution. Or some of them could just be being evicted and forced to leave and not come back. Universe, tell us more about the situation, please. Tell us more about the situation, universe. Universe, tell us more. We have somebody here who's obsessed, and you're unbothered. This is definitely somebody here who doesn't understand moderation. I don't know if this is somebody here who, as well, like, maybe when you cut that cord, I don't feel like you necessarily cut or shun this person out of your life. I just feel like you were just trying to stand firm in some kind of boundary here that you laid for yourself because of, like I said, of what you're trying to manifest in. So it's like, instead of being supportive of where you at, your dreams and your goals and what it is that you're working on, they take it as I don't know, it's like they took it as like you doing something to them, as opposed to you doing something for you. Unfazed and fake smiles. So this is somebody here who pretends that they're unfazed, they have all these fake smiles, but they really have like this crying over you, cock blocking and giving money. Somebody here has fake smiles. They act and pretend that they're unfazed, but they're actively trying to cock block you because they're really sad, they're hurt, they're upset, they're crying over you. What I just said. They think that you're doing something to them instead of doing something for you. Which tells me right off the rip that this person doesn't even give a fuck, a flying fuck, about you. It doesn't have your best interests in mind. This is somebody here who wants a handout. They want you to give them money. They want to, I don't know, continue to dissipate and ignore their own problems. So they actively try to block you. And that cock blocking could be in any shape or form. It's just energy. Like, maybe this is somebody who's trying to stop you from dating. Maybe they're trying to stop you from having friends. Maybe they want you to feel alone. This is somebody here who wants you to feel like you're the problem. You're the issue. This could even be somebody here trying to cock block you from, like, a position at work, if you guys are going through for a promotion or something. Hell, this is just somebody who's trying to stop you from hitting your goal, whatever that looks like for you. And they're getting increasingly more pissed off at the fact that it's not working. And this all has to do with manipulating your mind by using those mind games. We have a divination abuser, in their head, drama starter, a groupie who isn't shit. This person has a whole bunch of other groupies as well. Probably a whole bunch of low-vibing people like them. Like I say, birds of a feather flock together. Somebody could even be trying to abuse divination here to figure out what it is that you're up to, what moves that you're up to. They're all in their head. They're stuck in their head. They're overthinking, stressing, overanalyzing situations here. You know, if some of you are on social media or even just, you don't have to do what I do, but just even on your regular social media, they think that everything that you post is about them. Oh, that headline was about me. That photo was about me. You know, somebody here who's trying to start constant drama, trying to be relevant again in your energy. This is somebody here who could actively be talking shit or hanging out with people who don't like you either, and that's fine. Let them all hang out together. We do have a thief here at the bottom of that. Somebody here has been trying to rob you and take from you, physically or emotionally, or even both. Right? This is somebody here who wants to tax your emotions. They want you taxed. They want you heavy. This person isn't shit, though. This is somebody here who's just a carbon copy, right? Somebody here's trying. This reminds me of like the tattoo transfers, you know, when they like draw it and then like they print it and then they transfer it on. Like, this is just a carbon copy. Somebody here is just a carbon copy. They're not original. This energy isn't original. And you're still uninterested. You're uninterested. You're like, whatever. That's not a cute look. This is somebody here who's always partying. Always partying, right? That's why their life is dissipating. They're not... They're focused on everything else but what actually needs to be done. And that could be a lot of inner work that obviously someone here feels like... I don't know, I feel like somebody here... Notice how, like, in that moment, I just got, like, really confused. I don't even think this person knows what they want. So they're coming after those people who do know what they want. You know what? Universe, tell us more, please. Running, wasting time. Give us one more, universe. Thank you. See, they don't even want this card to be shown. Your light irritates their demons. This is somebody here who's running away. Running to their groupies, running to anybody who would listen, anybody who would tag along. This person isn't shit. They know that they're stuck. There's no changes. They're very limited. Your light irritates their demons. They're just mad that they can't have their way over you anymore. You are bossing up. We have Boss Daddy here at the bottom of the deck, or Boss Mommy. Stable, rich, business owner, CEO, big dick energy. You're making shit happen. You're making moves. They're trying to actively stop you from this miracle taking place in your life. Maybe they never believed in you when you were doing it. Maybe they pretended to. Maybe they liked to reap the little bit of benefits that you got in that time. Right? Because it's like they were trying to use your own spirituality against you. Right? Because that's why they would come around asking you to give them money or give them some kind of support here. But see, here's the thing. Not everybody is deserving of it. There are people out there who will abuse that relationship. This is somebody, they want you back. They want you back on their side. They want you back where they can control you. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Your light irritates their demons. They hate the fact that you're, I want to say, God-touched. But here's the thing. Many are called, but few answer. Right? Many are called, but few actually answer the call. You answered the call. You stayed strong in your faith. Something here about knowing better and doing better. Right? Now that you know better, you're doing better. And this is somebody here who knows better, but they don't do better. Because they don't believe. Maybe they're very impatient. They're quick to give up. They're very, very quick to give up. And maybe that's what irks them about you, is the fact that you're... You know, you're very steadfast. Universe, tell us more, please. Somebody doesn't want to hear it about their bad choices. What was I just saying? You know better, you do better. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Somebody here who's highly envious. This is somebody here who wants what everybody else has. And I'm not saying that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're willing to take it or actively block somebody from achieving something, that's not coming from a good place. You know, if you want what somebody else wants, like for example, my dream car is a Porsche Cayenne Turbo. And I think I probably still said it wrong, but I want it all white. I want the SUV. That is my dream car. And I'm working towards that car, and I see other people with it. And I'm like, that's what I want. But I'm not going to go to that person's house, take their car keys, and run off with their car. No, I'm going to continue to work, do what I do, and I know that one day that will happen. I will have my dream car by doing it the right way. It may take me a little longer, because I could easily go over there and just snatch it right now. But I know better, so I do better. That's just one example. But this is somebody here who's like, oh, well, I don't like seeing them do better than me. Oh, they're doing things that I can't do. We gotta stop that because it's gonna make us look bad. Because now everybody else is gonna be like, oh, well, you know, your sister, you know, she started a multi-million-dollar business, and here you are, you know, still bagging at Stop and Shop, right? For those of you that are not from New England, that's it's a grocery store chain. And again, there's nothing wrong with being a bagger at a grocery store chain. There's nothing wrong with whatever job you have. But like, this is somebody who doesn't like being compared to others, but that's because they're the one that's doing the comparing to others. This is somebody who's like, that person doesn't deserve that. I deserve that because of everything that I've been through. Newsflash. Everybody has been through some kind of shit on this planet. That's just I mean, look at the state of the world. Just turn on the news. There is shit flying everywhere. If that's the case, we all deserve something. But that's just not the reality that we live in. Maybe this is somebody who has a difficult time embracing reality. Universe, tell us more. The police. Oh my god, right on top of that drama starter. The police are involved. They know what is up. They've seen how far somebody's envy has gone. They're all in their feelings here. Something here is about to be destroyed. Ooh, the police? Pregnancy test? Burning evidence? Somebody here did something that they shouldn't have done? Something here is now coming back to bite them in the butt. Somebody here could even be trying to actively burn evidence. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe they're trying to pull you out of character Because maybe they filed a false report against you. And now they're trying to burn some kind of evidence here because they ended up destroying their whole life here with bad choices. All because they were envious. A situation's about to explode. Because you're no longer at... Wow. This all has to do with your emotions. It's like maybe somebody here was wanting you to crash out in public. But they're not getting that reaction out of you. And somebody here is actively trying to burn evidence about something that they did, that they don't want to hear that they did something wrong, of a bad choice that they've made, reckless and impulsive. This doesn't even have to be like actual physical police. This could just be somebody here who has been doing investigating. Somebody here has definitely been investigating in the background, getting to the bottom of things. Running away. Somebody here is running away from their somebody here could have even ran away from somebody that they got pregnant and trying to burn the evidence that it wasn't me in order to have whoever they're attached to believe it. But yeah, I still don't know why this... But why are they attacking you? Don't they... Like I said, they have their own shit that they're trying to run away from. So in order for them to feel better, right, what do they do with that energy? This is like a dark magician who's trying to override their consequences here by putting somebody under some kind of judgment, by putting you under some kind of judgment for what they have going on in their life, so that you can transmute the energy that they've been sending you. Because all of this energy has been theirs all along. Even by you yelling, fighting back, however this person is related to you. Again, family, friend, ex-lover, or lover. This is somebody here who's purposely skilled at transmuting their consequences. Until you got smarter. If you don't know, now you know. This is how manipulators, narcissists, I'm not saying that everybody's a narcissist, but this is how they get what they want. They find somebody else to be the scapegoat. They take out everything that they're going through that they don't want to hear of something else completely unrelated to you going on, some kind of shit that's going on in their life. They try to create some kind of chaos in your life in hopes that you can transmute the energy because, oh, this person's just going through a difficult time. I love them. They're my family. They're my friend. They're this. I have to be there for them. You know, I have to be holier than thou type of energy, right? So that way you can transmute it for them. But at the same time, that also hinders you. It holds you back. It stops you from crossing the threshold into the timeline that you've been actively manifesting for yourself. So this person could have probably cheated on their, like, if this is a family member, a friend, or a coworker or something, like maybe they cheated on their own spouse or whatever. I don't know, neglected some kind of responsibility that they were supposed to have. They don't want to hear it, so, you know, let me just lash out and take my anger out on somebody else who doesn't want anything to do with me, and it's now all their fault and their problem. You know, because they want attention. And they want you to feel bad for them. Universe, please give us some character clues. Universe, please give us some character clues. Somebody here could have a tooth gap. There's a boomer here involved. You could be a boomer, they could be a boomer. Take this energy however it resonates. We have somebody here with an average build. Somebody here could be Native American, or of Native American origin or descent. We have a brunette at the bottom of the deck. We have a Virgo. Somebody here could be a Virgo. Maybe this is a... Maybe whoever the boomer is, maybe they're a Virgo. Doesn't have to be. Same height as you. Somebody here could be the same height as you, or this is somebody here who thinks that they're in the same boat as you. Somebody here could have a baby face. Somebody could have also even been actively trying to mess with your health, because Virgo was very, that's a lot. Virgo was very, focused on health matters. This could have to do with, maybe somebody has been trying to actively mess with your health. There's a woman involved here, somehow. Somebody here could have an SUV. We have a practitioner of sorts. We have LGBTQ+. It did come out in the reverse, so maybe somebody here is not out. And, well, not that I'm trying to out somebody. This could even be somebody here who's maybe even obsessed that you're out. And you don't even have to be LGBTQ. You're just somebody who's authentic. You're real. You embrace all of who you are, even in the face of adversity. And take that however... You know, sometimes being in the spiritual community, I mean, you encounter your own devils, right? But this is just somebody here who doesn't feel like they can embrace their authenticity, but yet they see you, right? Your light irritates their demons. For a small portion of you, this could be somebody here, if you're LGBTQ, maybe they're not out. And they hate the fact that you are because, you know, misery loves company, right? You're comfortable with who you are, and that makes them uncomfortable because they can't make themselves comfortable, or they feel like they can't. We have average height here at the bottom of the deck. We have a daredevil. This is a reckless person who enjoys doing dangerous things. They do not think about the consequences. Or they think that it could never happen to them. There are good daredevils and there are bad daredevils. Take that however it resonates. We have Gen X. We have multiple different generations here. We have a Taurus. A lot of strong earth sign energy. We have blue eyes. Somebody here could be a practitioner, a shaman, a minister, a priest, prayer warrior. They could do root work. We have contacts. Somebody here could be wearing contacts. We have muscular at the bottom of the deck. Somebody here could be muscular or like a gym rat. We have preppy. Somebody here could be extremely preppy, or that's the style that they dress up is very preppy, like Abercrombie and Fitch type of things. I don't even know. We have blue car. Somebody here could have a blue car. Somebody here could have a short nose. Somebody here could like to spend a lot of time in nature or outdoors. Somebody here could have wavy hair. Somebody here could be an immigrant. Somebody here could be plus size, and that blue car wanted to come out. Somebody here could have a beard. Maybe it's whoever this daredevil is. Green eyes. We have green eyes, we have blue eyes. This could be a neighbor of yours. Somebody here could even be actively working with your neighbor to try and monitor you, keep tabs on you. Gamer. Somebody here could be a gamer of sorts. I just flipped the deck. Somebody here could be a gamer. Maybe your neighbor is a gamer. Maybe they're always home gaming or something, and I don't know, maybe this person was like, oh, can you please keep an eye on the collective? And maybe now this person is realizing that you were never the bad person. I don't know, maybe they knew your neighbor in some kind of way. Somebody here likes to dress really nice. They like brand names, suit and tie. They're always very well put together. I feel like whoever the neighbor is, I don't know, I feel like they started seeing the truth and started taking your side. Because obviously, I mean, they're watching you, they're monitoring you if they're your neighbor. Maybe that's why somebody here is going through some kind of crash out. Maybe they're the ones that alerted the police in some kind of way. Maybe this neighbor has been having your back. I mean, the police are definitely involved and they're definitely taking note. Universe. Tell us more, please. Tell us more. Universe, tell us more, please. Universe, tell us more. We have a toxic couple. This could be a whole toxic couple. Maybe this person's attached to a toxic person just like them. Maybe they met their own match. Romantic relationship with persistent patterns of negative and harmful behaviors that negatively impact the well-being of one or both. We have interrogation. Somebody is being interrogated. Being asked to tell the truth. Ask questions of. Someone, especially a suspect or a prisoner, closely, aggressively, or formally, somebody is being interrogated. Maybe this toxic couple is being interrogated. Or one of them is being interrogated. Maybe they're being interrogated by each other. We have corrupt police. There could be a corrupt police officer involved. Or this could even be like, I don't know, maybe somebody here who used to be a police officer and then they no longer are, but they've been telling someone or people or this couple here how to evade certain things. We do have a fuck girl that's involved. There's definitely a side chick here. Somebody has a side chick. Somebody has a side chick with that fuck girl and this corrupt police. Maybe this person is a corrupt police officer who's in a toxic relationship and I don't know, maybe they're always claiming, oh, I'm an upstanding person, you know? I'm a cop. I have a badge. I'm not cheating, but yet they are. They do have a fuck girl here. Somebody here who's untrustworthy. Not able to be relied on as honest or truthful, not dependable or worthy of any confidence. Blocked, obstructed, or congested as to make movement or flow difficult or impossible. You could have blocked this person, or this person could be even wanting to come in and interrogate you and to find out why are you blocking them. We have a witness here. Somebody definitely witnessed something. Red tape. Ooh. System deliberately designed to entangle you. So there could be a witness here. Maybe somebody witnessed a corrupt cop here. Try to put some red tape up. Universe. Intimidation. Act of making somebody feel fearful or threatened, often to influence the behavior or decisions. That's what they've been trying to do. They've been trying to intimidate you out of stepping into this new timeline, stepping into this portal that you've created for yourself. There is some kind of evidence. Proof is surfacing. Look closer. Look deeper. We did have that earlier with the angel numbers. Look deeper. Available body of facts or information indicating whether a belief or proposition is true or valid. There is some kind of evidence that is coming out. Maybe an evidence here about a fuck girl. Maybe it's whatever evidence they were trying to burn. They didn't burn it fast enough. We have unrequited, not reciprocated or returned in kind, one-sided love. Shadow contract. Agreement made in fear. That's what it is. Somebody was trying to create a shadow contract out you with the intimidation they've been placing on you, all this anxiety here, right? Maybe you're like, oh, I don't, they want to see. Sometimes they'll do this kind of intimidation work with fear in order to get you to make some kind of an agreement here because you don't want them. Oh, you know what? I'll just give in because I'm tired of the yelling. I'm tired of the fighting. I'm tired of the shouting. I'm tired of the temper tantrum, pretty much, right? So they want you to make the agreement in fear here because, they don't want you to rock the boat. They don't want you to bring out the worst in this person. But if you take a moment to step out of that fear and out of that anxiety and realize that they're just doing whatever they can want to do to get what they want. And at the end of the day, you still don't get what you wanted. You're not doing what's best for you. You're doing what's best for them. And they know that. So that's why they play the system. They know the system very well. I don't care if they try to claim, I'm just an airhead, or I'm this, or I'm that. You know how I am. You know how I get. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. We have hostage. Dynamic where one side has lost power. They want to make you their hostage. Resistant and adverse to change. Prefers the status quo. Avoids new situations or processes. Somebody could definitely been trying to steal an inheritance, and there is some kind of evidence that's coming out about maybe how a corrupt cop tried to help this toxic couple. Controlled opposition. That's what they were doing, controlled opposition. I feel like you're somebody here who keeps to yourself, and this is somebody here who needs that attention and validation from other people, which we saw with the High Priestess reverse, running their mouth to anybody who would listen about how awful and horrible, right, the collective is and what you did to them. An existing power structure allows or even cultivates an opposition group that appears to challenge status quo, but ultimately serves to maintain the existing power dynamic. So this person could have even created some kind of opposition to go up against you, but they're the ones that created it in the first place. And some of the people that joined these controlled opposition groups, they allowed their emotions to lead them. And that's how you get innocent people wrapped up in shit when you don't look at the bigger picture of what's really going on, at the energy being used. Controlled opposition, that came out. We have dirty money, laundering, illegal, gambling, or selling candy. You know, that kind of candy. The candy that comes from the borders, that crosses over the border. You can even make that kind of candy at home nowadays, so I can't even just say that. Somebody has been trying to sell candy, you know? Maybe that's what they've been doing. I don't know, but they've been getting their money illegally. I don't know, maybe they're doing some illegal gambling. I don't know. But they've been trying to create some kind of controlled opposition here to make it seem like you were the problem. This could even be like this could even be a corrupt cop who has been altering or trying to alter the evidence or something here to make it look like it was you. Or could have even been trying to plant false evidence. This could be somebody here who was trying to send a corrupt officer your way to plant evidence on you. Maybe this corrupt officer is involved in selling candy. I don't know, maybe you're a witness. Maybe you witnessed this in some kind of way, so there was some kind of controlled opposition up against you. Okay. Universe, please give us an affirmation for the collective. We're going to close this out. Continue to do what you're doing. You know, sometimes we can confuse us being unsettled and the anxiety of something new as we're doing something bad. And sometimes people want to use that against you because they know that you're making different choices. Don't allow the fear to take over you. I mean, it's natural to be fearful of what comes next, especially when We're entering into something new, right? Because we've never experienced it before. We don't know what to expect. And especially at that time, it's easy to pull us back to who we once were. Universe, please give us an affirmation. We have abundance. Abundance. Congratulations. It seems you're due for a little, and that's crossed out, and it says an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. It's already plated. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone, so get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Your abundance is on its way, baby. Don't allow the devil to trick you out of your spot. Don't allow this devil to trick you out of your spot. Whatever they have going on, it's their mess and it's being taken care of. You will know the truth, but you need to look deeper at the fact that the anxiety that you're feeling, it's not yours. It's anticipation for this abundance that's heading your way, because I feel like whatever is coming, I feel like that's why you're so anxious, because you're fearful of, all right, when this comes in, when I step into this new timeline, when I step into my portal, obviously a lot of things are going to change for you. And that's going to bring a lot more attention your way, good and bad, right? With every level, there's new devils. Something here about the portal that you're walking into is somebody's downfall as well. Because the universe needs to keep that equilibrium. And with that Six of Pentacles coming out in reverse so many different times, it's like somebody was tipping the scales in their favor, that when you tip the scales back in yours, and this could all just be spiritually and energetically, again, by them using that mental warfare, by talking you out of your spot. Your abundance needs to come from somewhere. So when you finally call in your blessings for you, and somebody here who has been abusing their authority, do you get what I'm saying? The energy gets ripped from them. And they're now in debt. The universe has to keep a balance. Energy just doesn't come out of nowhere. All right, that's why we have these black holes. I believe that black holes just recycle cosmic energy. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective. Okay, you guys have two of them. Steadfastness and insight. Number 20. Wow, I turned the page right to 26. Your inner compass knows the key to your true happiness. Ganesha is focusing attention to your third eye chakra. He is acknowledging that you are in a phase where you can grow and expand your consciousness. Intuition is the voice of the spirit and soul. It can be heard when you are in a state of calm. You have the ability to tune into a strong, clear connection. The guidance you receive from the divine can always be trusted. Somebody wanted you to distrust your own intuition. They wanted you to go against what the universe has planned for you in the plan that they have laid out for you. The intuitive insights you receive speak to you about things that directly affect your life, relationships, and personal process. You may find that your intuition grows and becomes clearer the more you tune in and follow it. The more you clear the third eye chakra, energy space, and practice using your intuition, the more clearly you will see in every way. Indigo blue is a color for the third eye chakra. When the third eye chakra is in balance, you are self-realized. You will find that you live in harmony with your expanded true self and with people who you interact with in your life. This does not mean that you will never have problems, but rather that you look at them with a different perspective. You may find that you are charismatic, empathic, and highly intuitive. You are intelligent with a good imagination and accurate perceptions. And they were trying to use that against you. So these are people who know better, but don't do better. Very interesting how this is all tying in. We have 32, steadfastness. Do not waver back and forth or be moved by the circumstances that are surrounding you at this time. Be focused on your purpose and unwilling to be swayed by what other people think or by what you perceive. Ganesha heartens you by revealing that when you know your effort is not futile, you will be steadfast and immovable. This seems to be a major stumbling block in your life at this time. Perhaps your current job gives little recognition, with no real sense of accomplishment or success. You may feel unheard in your relationships. Possibly the error lies in the fact that in your heart you really feel your struggle is hopeless. You may recognize it on an intellectual level, but you are easily shaken when you do not see the fruit of your exertion. Ganesha is pictured here riding the elephant to engage you in the energy of the elephant spirit. And I feel like with that energy here, people have been messing with your heart because they want you to feel like, oh, you know, be kind to me, be giving to me, be loving and nurturing and all those things to me, even though they're not any of that to you. Because I don't feel like I feel like for you to cut the cord is because something here has never been reciprocated. So that was the problem. It lied in your heart, and maybe it had to do with your belief. Oh, I have to be kind. I always have to be kind to everybody. You can be kind, but not at a cost to yourself. I'm not telling you to be a dick or an asshole, right, and just be plain old mean, but there's a difference between being firm and being mean. However else people want to spin it, however else they feel, that's on them. And that's where it goes with that energy of wanting to put that anxiety and that fear over you, to have you make a decision that goes in their favor, so they can use your heart against you. Ganesha is pictured here riding the elephant to engage you in the energy of the elephant spirit. Elephants can teach you that kindness, dedication, and communication in relationships is very powerful. They remind you that it is necessary to keep relationships alive, trusting and loving, whether the relationship is with friends, family, or partner. Deeply faithful to all creatures with which they have relationships, elephants are tough when protecting others and gentle when nurturing them. See? They are tough when protecting others. It's time for you to be tough and protect what is yours. The matriarch, the oldest, most experienced female leader of the herd, leads in a way that is both gentile and inclusive. Elephants are able to communicate telepathically. When you draw this card, your ability to truly listen to others is enhanced. Do whatever is necessary to safeguard your resolve. Do whatever is necessary to safeguard your resolve. You are receiving guidance that this is the time to dig in. Remain focused and don't get caught up in trying to create a change. The energy in your job or relationship is ever-changing. Ask Ganesha to bring you the strength to work through what is happening. Stay committed and on track. Do not give up, as change will show up soon and the situation will be transformed. Do not give up. That is what I have for y'all tonight. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.